So guys, different thing here. Everyone always asks me, Winnie, what's your sensitivity? What's your graphic settings? What are your display settings? And I thought, why not make a YouTube video out of it? I don't upload on YouTube enough, and easy way to make a video. So starting off, I'm going to go through all my game settings, and then I'm going to go through all my NVIDIA settings and all my Windows settings. This will be very simple to follow because I'm a very simple man. Right. So starting off with my general, this is all default apart from done, black glare, display metrics on advanced so I can see my FPS in game, diffuser pickup on both, drone after per play is manual. That is so important, guys. Play with that, trust me, game changing. Match replay, obviously we play a lot of cheaters, or we accuse a lot of people of cheating, and they tend to be actually cheating. Text channels on so I can be toxic, cross-play communication, obviously when they're on. Then HUD. My HUD I have never changed. I do not understand people who will turn things off like points. Because none of you are gonna go pro. Why we got points off? Location, like just learn to play with it on is the most useful thing. It is all this here is here to help you when you're playing the game. Do not have it off. Health, maybe some people like to have it off because I personally don't, but some people like to have it off because they don't care what health they're on, they're not gonna panic. Never really fucked around with any of it. This is all default, it's usually all on normal. My audio is night mode. I've tried hi-fi. Hi-fi is still usable, because a lot of people do use it, but in my opinion, I've always played night mode, so night mode's the best. Master volume 100, in-game sound effects 100, music volume, I just hate this siege music, menu sound effect, voiceover volume on 0, and then this is an important one here, voiceover presets. You want this on team focus. That's gonna allow you to not hear like just random stuff, but you can hear all the important stuff. HQ voiceover, well, some people have that off. I personally have it on, so when they found the bomb, when they haven't found the bomb, stuff like that. Stereo, obviously my inputs, push talk, and that's everything there. This is an important part, boys. My display settings. These goated. 84 FOV, 4.3 goated. VSync, you don't want to have that on, guys. Not for Siege. VSync off. Highest refresh rate on your monitor. Really? Unless you have a 144 monitor, you don't want this on 144. You want that on off so you can be at the highest frame rate as possible if you have a good PC. Widescreen letterbox is a gimmick. Anyone that plays with that, don't understand them. Never will. Never. This game's wider in 1610, black bars, like that is a gimmick. Obviously 80, and then my brightness is 85. I don't know what it is. I've always played with a high brightness. I've just always found it helps. Does sometimes, like when you're peeking outside on maps like Coastline and white backgrounds, sometimes a bit of an issue, but as a defender, you shouldn't be ego swinging outside. So that's why I've had it always that high. My graphic settings here, this is everything's on low. This is important to have this as well on, not on plus boost. That's obviously the change with DX12. Everything is on low apart from shadow quality because you need to be able to see shadows. That's actually it. And then TAA, I've always had it off because I've had, where is it? It's here. TAA, I've always had off. Anti-aliasing because my PC's fine. It can always run the game. But if you've got a terrible PC, have a play around with TAA or just have a play around with these, and you can lower your in-game settings, and you'll get more FPS, but your game will look worse. So this is my what's called controls that a lot of people want to always know. So this is drone speed boost, hold, default. Raw input is on. If you guys have over 2,000 hertz or 1,000, I'm gonna have to edit this part. Oh, I'm leaving it in. We're going raw take here, boys. This is, you want to have this on if you have your keyboard over 8K polling or 4K, or your mouse is above 2K. You want to have raw input on. If you play with this on, someone needs to check your hard drives. Mouse sensitivity. This is not 45. This is on a multiplier. I'll show you how to do the multiplier in a minute. This is 0.1, 0.1. So this is actually 4.4, 1600 DPI. And then my ADS sense always changing because if I whiff a shot, I go in here to make it look like I'm changing something, and I'll adjust it by 1. But at the moment, my 1 times is 27 and then 47, and I don't play with any of these scopes, so I don't fuck with them. Mouse scroll enabled. I like to personally change with my mouse scroll. Just something I've always done. Gadget deployment advanced, drone deployment advanced. These two I would recommend having on advanced. Aim on hold. default, lean on hold. If you guys are just picking up the game and you are not familiar with lean on hold, do not play it. Like, if you don't have many hours on lean on hold, don't play it. The only reason I play hold to lean is when I picked up the game, hold to lean was the meta and everyone was playing it. But now it is a thing of the past because quick peeking is pointless in Siege. Hold to lean is no longer needed. So play toggle to lean. The only reason I haven't swapped myself is just muscle memory and I can't be asked to relearn it. Sprint on hold, crouch toggle, prone, walk, hold. I personally like my walk on hold because I can decide when I'm obviously walking. A lot of people have that on toggle. I personally have on hold. That's controller options. We don't play controller. Right, my keybinds. I'm going to explain these. So why I have that is because one issue I found when I was pressing Q is I would accidentally hit the tab button, fat fingering, and that's the worst thing you want to do. So I put that on Y. Never going to press that for fat fingering. I'm just eliminating mistakes. I've got these as far away as possible because when I first moved to PC, I had an issue. When I would go to reload on R, I'd be pressing T and I would accidentally be typing in mid fucking game. I'd just swing someone and like start typing. So I've put those to the other side of my keyboard. Obviously that's default enter. R is now my push to talk because I don't use R to reload. I use mouse button, but we'll get to that and I'll explain why. WSD, Q&E link keys. That's default. C to jump. Really, this is the only account for some reason. It doesn't let me have it as spacebar to repel, but C is repel and obviously vault. And then crouch. Crouch is spacebar. That's what I've always used because Siege isn't a game where you're going to be bunny hopping around. It's not like CS or anything like that or Valorant. You are only jumping on the occasion. Why waste such a big key on something as little you're never doing? Prone default. Walk is on caps lock. I don't know why I've done that, but it's easy to do while you're walking, in my opinion, playing on hold. Shoot, reload, default. Right, reload on mouse button. The reason I have this is because when I was first picking up the game, I really struggled with quick peeking, and obviously quick peeking was really big when I picked up the game, like Shiko peeking and stuff like that. And I found myself reloading a lot. So I thought, well, I've got a spare mouse button here. I'm never shooting while I'm reloading. Why not put my mouse button? Left interact default, knife, melee, primary graduate, back button on my mouse. This, a lot of people question when I'm streaming. This is just free. I just can't be asked to change that to nothing. Default. And then, yeah, it's all default. And then the only thing that's different here is my jump is on C on my drones. Because obviously my crouch is on spacebar. That's it, really. Privacy names, appear as you. That's a lot of people asking how do you appear as you. It's here. Accessibility, 75% green. Motion. I personally have both of these off. I would recommend it, especially this screens. Have this off, guys. 100%. Motion blur. Up to you. Stun effect black. Personally, I like it that way. A lot of people would like to change these, but where I've played Siege so long and I didn't have the option to change these, I just never did it. It is, if you can learn, it is better because these colors are obviously darker. You're going to see claymore lines. They're not going to blend in. But me personally, it's like it would throw me off so much. I can't do it. I can't switch. Just the autism. Right, that's all my game settings there. So, right, I'm going to go into my NVIDIA control panel settings. This is a brand new PC, so I don't have everything on this PC 100% set up. So if I've missed something, I do apologize. Right, NVIDIA control panel. Right, so NVIDIA control panel here. I'll move it. I can't be asked to edit this video. So we're just going to do it like this. So you guys can see it, but just pure laziness. Right, so this first one, if you have the option for this, use it. Use advanced 3D image settings. That's what you want to have on, okay? And then obviously you want it on quality for more performance. I believe. I don't know why mine's like that. I'm chatting shit. Right, these are the important ones, boys. Literally just pause the video, go through, copy these. These are the best for FPS in Siege. Okay? So this is I've gone through and optimized this PC to the highest FPS I get. I'm on a 3070 graphics card and I'm playing on like 400 FPS. Yes, I have a good CPU, but I play on like 400 FPS while streaming. So trust me, copy these settings. Yeah, just go through, pause the video, see anything that you just have to yours. Literally as simple as doing that. Change resolution. No, I haven't played around anything like that. So obviously here you want to have your monitor on its high refresh rate. So if I was to go here, yeah, I could only go to 120 hertz on my PC. If I go to here, I go 240. I can have it on the highest. Use default color settings. You can change that if you really want to. I've never personally fucked around with it. A lot of people do, but me personally, I never have. This is where a lot of people ask what I'm using. The only thing I have changed here is my digital vibrance. This makes your game 10 times brighter, look 10 times better. A lot of people have it from anywhere from 60 to 80. Personally, I have it like at 80 because it's what I like, but just have a play around with that, see what you like. Obviously, rotate display. Go away, yes. Right, this one's also very important, guys. Aspect ratio. For your main monitor here, you want to have this. So this is your main monitor. This is my capture card. Don't want to play around with that. This is my main monitor, the one I play on. So full screen, and then performance GPU. You want to have that on GPU. Override. You want that ticked. Okay, and obviously your refresh rate of your monitor and your resolution. For Siege, I wouldn't recommend going to stretch rise. Play on native. Play on either 1440p or 1080. I've never played around that. Set up mobile displays. Leaking things. Never. People always ask me for color settings. Never played around with them. You guys can have a play around with these. Never seen a reason to. A lot of people do, but I never have. Windows settings. What can I really? Oh, I'm trying to cheats. No. Settings. There was one thing. What was it? Completely forgot what it was. System. Oh yeah, it's display, and then you want to go down to graphics here. Yeah. And then you want to either click this. Yeah. So you see how my Rainbow Six Siege is here? Not everyone's will be here. If it's here, good. Click it to this. Have it on your high performance on your graphics card. Cool. Do not have this on. Optimize game for Windows. You want to have that ticked off. It is terrible. Terrible. Do not have it ticked on. Off. Okay? So if you guys don't have your profile pictures, I just realized you guys can't even see it. What I've just done there. Right. I'm gonna have to edit that whole part of the video out. If you guys don't have this here, I did everything there and I didn't, my webcam was covering it. So if you guys don't have this here, add desktop and it will take you to your drives on your computer. I've only got one SSD. You'll go to your program files, yeah, and then you'll go Ubisoft, game launcher, games, and then right click on this, go properties, and then go compatibility, and it'll be on here. This is what you want to change. You want to have this ticked, and you can try this on the run as program as administrator. Personally, it doesn't work for me. My game won't load. But if your game does load with that on, it will be a massive FPS boost. Me personally, it doesn't work. My mate, it didn't work for, but then I've known people it works for. It doesn't work for everyone. It's weird. I don't understand it, why it doesn't work for me, and it works for some people. But give that a go. You want to click apply. Okay. And then it is as simple as doing that. And also, one thing while we're here is you want to go back to Ubisoft Game Launcher, go caches, go avatar, and all the people you've ever played against, profile pictures, may be in here. Some people I've found don't have it in here when we go do it. All you want to do is press Control A on your keyboard, and it will select all of them and just delete them. Just delete them. Your profile picture might be blank in game. It doesn't delete your profile picture at all. I learned this from Doki. Shout out to Big Doki, man. Yeah, that's about it for the Windows settings. All I know, really. There's other better videos out here. This is just to make the video a little bit longer. But should I just leak everything? Do you guys just want my Ubisoft logins? Do you guys want my password? Should we show the DMA while we're here, actually?